It's the 4th of July edition of Dancing in the Kitchen.
Dancing in the kitchen, laughing like children. The night is young and they're playing our song. Dancing in the kitchen, swaying and a kissing. That's what's been missing. A little dancing in the kitchen.
4th of July for me without having a burger. So today we're going to do a red, white, and blue burger. We're going to do a firecracker corn on the cob, and we're going to do a grilled freedom berry dessert. So let's start with our barbecue sauce. So I'm giving you my secret recipe today. So we're going to start off with one bottle or 12-ounce bottle of Heinz chili sauce. And not quite sure why they call it chili sauce, because I don't think there's any chili in the chili sauce. But we're going to put that in, right into our pot. And then we're going to use 1/2 of a bottle of 8-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola, or 1/2 cup of Coca-Cola. All right. And 1/2 of a cup of dark rum. And 1/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar, 1/4 of a cup of hot sauce. I try to keep it all American, so Tabasco is a wonderful one to use. 2 tablespoons of dark molasses. And 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and that's our thickening agent. So we're going to put all the ingredients in, and then we're just going to bring it up to a boil and let it boil for about 1 minute, because what you want to do is get the cornstarch till you start thickening, and then you're done. You just move it to the side, let it cool, and you're ready to go with it. You can also put it in your refrigerator and use it anytime during the week. And as you can see, it has absolutely no preservatives, so you got to make sure you leave it in your refrigerator when you're not using it. Well, it looks like it's done. We've let it go. Let's give it a little taste. Really good. It's got some kick to it from the Tabasco sauce. So we're going to let that, just move it right over here and let that cool. And we're going to start working on the other thing. Now, it doesn't have that smoky hickory flavor like you're used to with normal barbecue sauces. If you want to do that, you can add what's called a little liquid smoke. You can buy it at any grocery store, and you could add a little liquid smoke to that and give it some smoky flavor. I've decided I want to keep it pure, and we're going straight with that today. So now let's work on the corn. So I've got my ears of corn, and I'm soaking them in cold water, and we're going to do that for about 15 minutes or so. What you're trying to do is just make sure that the husks are getting good and wet, and if any of the water gets inside there, that's fine too, because that's all going to get cooked and steamed while you're putting these on the grill. All right, so we've got our foil, and we're going to rip off enough that you can fit all the corn in the foil wrap that you're going to put it in. And you're literally just going to wrap them right up and put them on the grill. That's simple. And we're going to let those cook for about 30 minutes until we are ready to take them off, and then we're going to go to step number 2. So now we're going to make our compound butter for our firecracker corn on the cob. So we're going to use 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1 stick of unsalted butter. You probably don't want to use salted butter for this because you're putting in a whole teaspoon of salt, and it'll be a really salty, unless you're that much into salt. I'm really into salt, but we're not going to do that. So we're just going to take our ingredients, mix them with the butter, the softened butter, and we're going to make a compound butter, put it in the refrigerator, and then we'll be ready to use that for our corn on the cob. So what I'm going to do is, I've had a pound of burger, and I've split it into a third of a pound each. And so, as you can see, I've already got 2 of them done. So what we're going to do is then take this 1/3 pound of burger, and we're going to, again, you don't want to mess with it too much, because the more you mess with burger, the tougher the meat gets. So what we're doing is we're just flattening out one side of that 1/3. All right. And then we're going to take some of our delicious, gorgeous looking blue cheese. This blue cheese is just looking so blue. It's got that flag blue to it. It's really gorgeous. And we're going to put that on the bottom of this side of the burger. And then we're going to take our other side, and again we're making a second patty that we're going to put right over the top of it. And then the key is, without getting the cheese outside of it, you want to press the 2 burgers together to create one 1/3 pound burger that'll look a little thicker because of the cheese in the middle. And again, you don't really want to go too thick of a burger, because again, the cheese needs to melt. And when I grill, I usually like my burgers medium rare. But with this type of burger, I would cook it a little longer. And the reason is, again, you want to make sure that the blue cheese, which has a little bit higher of a melting temperature, does melt. Now you'll notice I just put my thumb into and created like a divot. And the reason for that is that if you do that, that helps keep the shape of the burger intact. There's science to it. I can't exactly explain it, but it does work. Now we're going to take, all we're going to do left is just put a little salt and pepper on it. And a little salt. The other side. Same thing. And we'll do the rest of these and we'll be ready to put them on the grill. Alright, it's time for the main event. So let's throw our burgers on the grill. And I like to, the indentation side I like to put down first. Don't ask me why, I just like to. And we're gonna, while we're doing that, we can start working on our corn. So our corn is done on this part of it. So now we're gonna take our corn out of its foil. As you can see, it's been cooking inside of its own shell. Looking beautiful. Gorgeous looking corn we got here. Alright. Beautiful. So we take that, move that to the side. So now we have our corn. And as you can see, it comes off of it comes right out of the husk pretty well. You have a little bit of string, but so now we can take our compound butter that we've made, and I've cut up a couple of pieces, as you can see, and this is, and we can rub that right on the corn. Alright, this is giving us our flavor and our heat. Grab a little bit more. Of course, it's butter, so it's melting very quickly. Alright. Put that off. So we're going to leave that up, just kind of rotate that around, and then what we can do at the end is we can actually add a little more of that butter onto the corn when we're ready to serve it. Alright, so we've got to put we already have our blue cheese down. Now we have to put our good old-fashioned white American cheese down, because again, we're making a red, white, and blue burger. So we're going to put that on there, and we're going to let that melt for just a minute, and then we'll be pretty much ready to plate this baby. Alright, we're ready to plate. So we have a nice, beautiful toasted bun and our beautiful juicy blue red, white, and blue burger. So we've got that. We've got some onion, tomato, lettuce, a little pickle. Now we're going to spoon some of our spicy red barbecue sauce on there. Alright. And we've got our burger ready to go. Grab our corn. Give another little bit of, if you want, a little more butter on there. Beautiful. And we're ready to eat. Alright, so now we're going to make our dessert. And what we're going to do first is we're going to create our little berry packet. So I have a piece of foil, and in that foil I have some beautiful berries here. I have some blueberries and some strawberries, and that's what we're going to use today for our berry freedom berry dessert. So as you can see, I've taken 4 strawberries and I've cut them in half, and putting that right into our little packet. And then we're going to take, let's say a decent handful of blueberries, maybe a few more. Alright, we've got that. And then we're going to take a pat of butter, just a pat, and a little spoonful of confectioner's sugar. And I like to add one more ingredient to it. I like to add a little vanilla extract. And I just think that brings out just a tiny bit of vanilla flavor to it. So we're using a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then what we're going to do is we're literally just going to close up our pouch. So it's nice, and we're going to take our pouch and we're going to put it right on the grill and heat that up. So while that's cooking, we're going to then take a piece of beautiful pound cake that I've got. Just any kind of pound cake is fine. I just bought some frozen pound cake and let it defrost. And we're going to put a little butter, melted butter on both sides. And we're going to put that also on our grill to give it some nice beautiful grill marks. Alright, so now we're going to check on it. So here's our piece of pound cake, and it's been grilled. And we've got some vanilla ice cream. So we're going to take our vanilla ice cream and we're going to put that right on top. Let me scoop of vanilla ice cream. And then we're going to grab our berries that have just cooked beautiful. And all you're going to do is you're going to open that up and we're going to dump that right on top of the dessert. Look at that. And the ice cream is making it fall right off. And so there's your red, white, and blue. And you could add whipped cream to it, but of course we are going to add whipped cream to it. Come on. It's 4th of July. So there you go, everybody. So there's our dessert. And we've got ourselves, it's blueberries and strawberries and whipped cream and good vanilla ice cream on some grilled pound cake. I'm ready to eat, so I hope you have a fabulous 4th of July, and God bless America. And don't forget, food is an experience. Make it great.
Dancing in the kitchen, laughing like children. The night is young and they're playing our song. Dancing in the kitchen, swaying and a kissing. That's what's been missing. A little dancing in the kitchen.